if you're seeing this, is the lighting is a bit bad. I'm definitely gonna have to get better lighting, but for now, the one that I have is just gonna work. Guys, sorry for the bad lighting and just how the video was constructed. I promise when I'm doing another wig or anything else, I'll definitely get better lighting for you guys so you can see it more clearer. The hardest part of doing a wig on my head for me is to get the back right, to get the back tracks right. I mean, once I'm at the side and the front where I can look in the mirror to see what I'm doing, it's not a difficulty, but the glue was sticking on my hand pretty hard along with the pump it up. It was sticking very hard, so I think I went and washed my hands. Yes, I did, to get the glue off because it was slowing me down. Sometimes I just spray the pump it up before I start. Initially, I just spray it, but I guess I just did it that way where I lay a track, then I sprayed the pump it up on the track. Usually once I'm at the top, the corners like that, I start the front to get the form that I want. If I'm doing it like a side part, then I'll do one side higher than one side. And then I do it in a sweep rather than laying it like a bang, like what I'm doing right now. At the tracks that I'm laying, when I'm at the top and also the sides, I normally glue 2 tracks down rather than gluing one, where I can get the volume at the top because 29 piece, these types of hair are usually thin. So if you want to create volume rather than gluing it one and then gluing another on top of it, I just put the glue on both tracks, hold them together, and glue them down together. And it won't come off, I promise, guys. So that's what I do to get volume at the top. And I usually put paper towel underneath my stocking cap so glue doesn't get my hair. Who's that texting me? Yeah. To the top of my head, I go in circles, just round and around and around until I have a very small circle at the top where that's when I make my closure. I don't use a closure that comes with the 29 piece because it doesn't fit to me. It just looks artificial. And then it has this, I don't know, I don't use it. I usually make a closure, which is very simple and very easy to make. And that's if I'm not doing a side sweep, then I go in circles. Once I'm doing a side sweep, I'll do one, I don't know when, showing you guys when I'm doing a side sweep, how I lay the tracks rather than going in circles. I'm using, this is a piece I'm going to use to make my closure. And I usually put glue on both sides of the weft so I can wind it together. Wind it together. What am I saying? Yeah, and I normally wipe the excess glue off as I'm winding it together. to make my closure. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. When I'm done rolling it up, I hot my curling iron, get it hot, and press down my closure so it can form and get dry, so the heat can dry the glue, and I put it in place. And that's it. That's how you make a closure. Pretty simple, right? So after I'm finished making the closure, I comb the hair out, the closure out rather. And there it is. Very easy, very, very easy and simple. I remember in the past when I used to make 29 piece, when I just started making 29 piece, I used to use a closure that came with the whole hair, but nah, I did my own research. I think someone showed me how to do it. Yeah, I think so. And there, I'm using the curling iron to press it down, the flat iron rather, to press it down, to give it its form. So once I lay it on the top of my head, it doesn't stick out. And there you go, guys. Pretty simple and neat, in my opinion. And you can test it out if the circle is bigger than your closure. You can just cut a small piece of hair. Excuse me, a small piece of hair and glue it around the circle, and then you glue down your closure. And you'll be all done, and it's time to cut. You see how small the circle is on the top of my head? Because you don't want to leave any space out. So when you're looking, you'll see you'll see the tracks, or the stocking cap rather. And there we go, all done finally. And just hold it in place for maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds or so that it stays and it forms along with the hair, the rest of the hair. I usually hold it longer than that. That was quick. So I'm all done, guys. Finally, all done. So this is my first 29 piece. First making my wig. Well, it's not first. It's not the first time making a 29 piece. I mean, I've made a lot of wigs in the past, like so many wigs. But this is my first one doing it on my channel. Yay! So yeah, I'm all done. Where was I going? I was going out. Oh, I was going to the movies with my cousin and my mom and daughter. Yeah, I remember that day. So, yeah, I'm all done. I hope you guys like it. And remember, guys, subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Bye, guys. You
Thanks
can
for
do whatever
watching.
you want to do with it. You can curl it. You can leave it as is, or you can just use your fingers to mess it up to give it that volume. I normally just leave it as is and mess it up with my fingers. If I'm curling it, it's probably when it's old and I want to have some curls in it. Yeah. And I think that's it. Usually I just leave it as is. I didn't really go all out on my makeup because I just was not in the mood to go all out. So that's a MAC setting powder that I'm using just to give my face a little lift to go watch the movies. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, my second video. Having a little chit chat with my daughter right there. And what's that? What's the name of that lipstick? I don't remember. Jordana. Oh, it's a Jordana.